Hello, hi Robert, hi Benedict. I'm from India. My name is Ashish. Can we all just appreciate the fact that we just not have Iron Man and Doctor Strange, we have two Sherlock Holmes sitting together? My question is for Robert.
I like to go. But I'm always reminded.
I'm sure you guys must be tired of these fan demands from you asking if there's a Sherlock joke in the movie.
If there ever was, I hope there isn't.
There's enough. Yes.
Yeah.
We take all jokes. You got any good jokes, send them to Joe. We'll put them in some movie somewhere.
And from the entire fans from the world. I'm not speaking from the media perspective. I'm a huge fan of you guys. I've been following since like childhood. I love Marvel. Marvel has been my life. I just want to ask, are you guys missing Hawkeye? From the trailer, where is he, Joe?
You know, it's crazy. There were so many characters we were dealing with that, you know, we were halfway through shooting, and I think you said, "Where's Renner?" And we went, "Oh my God!"
It's like Home Alone. He's Macaulay Culkin.
No, listen. We did not forget the twice nominated Jeremy Renner from, and I'm talking about Oscar nominations from Infinity War. We have two movies we're working with, Avengers 3 and Avengers 4. That's a lot of story real estate. I think last week we released 22 character posters. There's only so many people you can put in one film. And we have a really interesting story cooked up for Hawkeye. But I would say that patience is a virtue. And it's a long play, not a short play. So we did not forget Hawkeye.
Last question for Robert. Robert, which is your favorite MCU movie apart from the Iron Man movies? Which is your most you've watched on repeat?
Sherlock. No. I don't. You know the funny thing, honestly, is as they come out, it's not like I don't feel that I have all that much to do with these other ventures, but I just appreciate aspects of them so much. I think Doctor Strange changed. I think without Doctor Strange, we wouldn't be able to have Infinity War, most definitely. And I think that the Guardians was just such a dark horse, and so that. But I gotta say, recently, I thought that Thor Ragnarok was so mind-blowing. And this Taika Waititi guy, to me, is just, he's an assassin. He's so brilliant. So, you know, and then by the time I'm done seeing this will probably be my favorite.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you, everyone. India loves you very much. Marvel.
All right, last question. Genevieve, Channel News Asia.
Hello, hi, this is Genevieve from Channel News Asia. I actually want to ask you a question. This is a very male-dominated industry, and you are a woman and an executive producer, which is amazing, especially for superhero movies. Can you talk about how hard it was to rise up the ranks and be part of such an amazing franchise?
Well, I've actually been at Marvel for quite a long time, and I started as an assistant there 10 years ago, and Marvel has been a family to me, and they were very supportive in just bringing me up and allowing me to grow in the position that I am in now. And I think it's very important to have like female voices in the film industry, especially nowadays, and with like the large amount of cast that we have, and some of which are very strong female characters. I think it's just important for everybody just to, just allow female voices to shine in this area. And I've been very fortunate to be able to work with Marvel for so long, and they've allowed me to grow into the position that I am in now.
Well, first of all, hi. Good late morning to you. I mean, I think that you'll hear from all of us as we go along. Like we might be making the movies, but we're also fans, and we're also critics of our own work, and always wanted to try to make it better. But I think this time we might have nailed it.
Thank you very much, Robert. Next, I have a question for Benedict. How does it feel to be part of a production 10 years in the making?
Good morning, It feels was a little intimidating, to be frank, when you first step onto a set filled with a roster of iconic characters as well as iconic actors. And then you go about doing a day's work and forget about the numbers of 18 plus films and 14 plus $1 billion and all the rest of it. And all this machinery, all this success leads to a point where you're on set with two of the most talented directors, an extraordinary cast and crew, and you're playing. You're just free to plus it, to get it better, to keep working it, and be free to enjoy and play. So yeah, it was good fun.
Thank you, Benedict. Thank you. Karen, how does it feel to be one of the rare villains to survive from movie to movie?
I'm honored. It's very exciting to get to be in more than one Marvel movie. Yeah, I mean, I love this character because, you know, initially she was a villain and then we kind of learned more about her backstory and then we started to question whether she really was a villain or not. I'm just looking at this and this is the best. This is the weirdest sensation in the world. Having
Those are for sale, you can buy one later.
Just a shameless plug. But no, I love playing this character. I can't believe I get to do it in multiple movies. It's very exciting.
Thank you, Karen. And now, Joe. Welcome back to Singapore, Joe.
Thank you.
We saw you the last time when you were here to promote Captain America Civil War with Team Cap. How does it feel to be back with Team Iron Man this time around?
It feels awesome. It feels great. All along I supported Team Iron Man. I just want to let Robert. Honestly, I was supporting Team Iron Man all along. I was here with Team Cap just as a favor to Chris, but no. But it's great to be back. Absolutely love Singapore. Fans are the best here in the world, and we're all very happy to be here. So thank you.
Well, we are thrilled to have all of you here. Last but not least, Brent, if you could have the power of any of the Avengers, who would it be and why?
No pressure.
Oh wow, that's a tough one. Oh. You know, the world hasn't
I'm sorry, I have to get that.
The world hasn't seen her yet, but I have to say Captain Marvel. Only because she's, you know, she has super strength, she has super speed, and she can fly. Who doesn't want to fly, right? And I think most importantly, she's a strong character and a leader, and I think everybody can, you know, really look up to her, especially little girls.
Awesome. Once again, it's a thrill to have all of you here today. Thank you so much for coming to Singapore. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've heard a little bit about these talented people and this incredible film. Now we open the floor to you guys and your questions. Should you have a question or questions for any of our wonderful guests today, please raise your hand and we will certainly have a microphone brought to you. Okay? All right. Wow. These lights are really bright. Let's start off with...
Could we turn the lights a little brighter on us? I want to go fully blind.
I don't want to see anyone in this room but light.
This is what it was like for people. It's Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
That's what it's like when you get
I love it.
Staring at
I'm
it.
assuming there's a big group out there, but I can't see.
There's the person.
Hello?
Silhouette.
We can hear you.
Oh,
Hi, I'm Jabba
There
from
we go.
Australia. Hello.
Good
How
day.
are you? I brought a small Thor hammer. I brought the thunder from down under. Firstly, on behalf of cinema goers right the way around the world, thank you for the last 10 years of cinematic joy. It's been incredible watching all of you guys. Everyone that's touched a Marvel film, the thousands of people that have worked on it. It's been an incredible 10 years. Congratulations on the brand new film. It looks like the last superhero movie that needs to be made apart from Captain Marvel. I want to take it back, if that's all right, and ask Robert Downey Jr. and Karen, hello again, and Benedict, about casting. Robert, if you cast your mind back to when they first came to you and said, hey, do you want to be Iron Man? The cinematic landscape of superhero films didn't exist in the way that it does now. It feels like that was a pretty big risk back then. And can you other guys speak to that, Benedict and Karen, about how that felt when you were asked to be cast, about how being a superhero is a pretty key moment in your career now, whereas for you, Robert, maybe it was a really, really huge risk? Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I needed a job. Bad. And I really believed in Favreau and Feige and just that, I believed in Marvel Comics. And it was at a time when DC was really, even from my perspective, I was like, well, we'll do ours and we'll give them some counter programming for the DC movies, which are supposed to be the cool ones. So But you never know, it's always weird when you're part of anything even mildly historical because you lose perspective on it. But it has been amazing to just get caught up in it. And I think the two things they've done very well is casting of the actors and casting of the directors.
Well, for me, I just got a phone call from my agent asking me if I'm willing to shave my head. And I said, what for? And they said, Marvel. And I was like, yeah. I mean, that was a pretty easy one. And then I did like multiple auditions and a screen test. And then when I got the role, I was just completely over the moon. I mean, Marvel was already such a huge thing by that point. And I was just so excited to play this villainous, fun, creepy, weird character. Yeah, I was just so excited.
I mean, even though I was very late to the party, I was enthralled to it like you were, just caught up in the fandom of it and being an ardent lover of it in the cinema. And there was sort of vague discussions that Jonah said, oh, you make it bring Doctor Strange. So it was sort of weirdly somewhere in the back of my head. The real ticket winner for me was the humour. I knew it had to be, this is a strange character by name and nature, and what is his place, what's his need in the world now? And actually, funny enough, who would have thunk it? You know, the idea that the brain has the power to help ease your way, that you can change your world with thought and access something other than our reality, is a new direction for Marvel to go in. And it's weird and wonderful, and yet I wanted to somehow ground it and make him human and funny. So it was a challenge, and I was really enthralled to that. It had to be different, because everything that had come before was so damn good, and when they presented to me the pitch of it, I thought, yeah, how can I not? I'm going to have a lot of fun doing this.
Thank you, Trin. Thank you so much for your question. And thank you so much, Trin. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Benedict.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you.
Ready? Let's go.
It's Gigi Hadid. For more videos like this, click here.
Hi, I'm Alicia Vikander. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe.
Hi, I'm Cara Delevingne. Please don't forget to subscribe by clicking this button right here.